Have you ever considered that your refrigerator, an essential appliance in every kitchen, might be silently weakening your health day by day? For older adults, mindful eating isn't just important, it's vital for survival. But here's the scary truth. Even familiar foods, which seem safe when stored in the fridge, can become hidden threats if kept improperly. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, each year sees up to 48 million cases of foodborne illness, and thousands of those who die are seniors, whose immune systems are already in decline. And did you know? Many cases begin with minimal mistakes. A potato stored in the wrong place, a banana chilled too much, a clove of garlic kept improperly. It's not because you were careless. No one clearly told you that some foods are forbidden in cold environments. When stored incorrectly, their structure changes, nutrients are lost, and in some cases, harmful toxins are produced. In this article, you'll discover 10 common foods that should never be stored in the refrigerator, and more importantly, why and the right way to preserve them to retain nutrients and protect your health. A small piece of knowledge that could make a big difference, especially for older adults. And it can start today. Avocados, the common mistake that turns a superfood into a waste. Avocados, often hailed as a superfood, are packed with healthy fats, potassium, fiber, lutein, and powerful antioxidants that benefit the eyes, heart, and brain, especially for adults over 60. There's one common mistake that many people make without realizing it, and it can quietly destroy the nutritional value of this incredibly beneficial fruit: refrigerating unripe avocados. It may sound harmless, but cold storage prevents avocados from ever ripening properly. The natural enzymes that make them soft, sweet, and nutrient-rich become completely suppressed in a cold environment. As a result, the avocado stays firm, bland, and loses its signature aroma. Worse, the potency of lutein and antioxidants, which help protect vision and slow neurological decline in seniors, is drastically reduced. Even a ripe avocado, if left in the fridge for too long, can turn brown, become overly mushy, and be more prone to bacterial contamination due to the high humidity. So, what's the right approach? Keep avocados at room temperature until they soften. You can gently press near the stem to check for ripeness. Once ripe, you can refrigerate them for up to 1 to 2 days to slow spoilage, but it's best to consume them soon after. Just a small adjustment, and you preserve the nutrition and the pleasure of eating this superfruit. Potatoes, a hidden danger in your fridge. Potatoes are a valuable source of starch, potassium, and fiber, nutrients essential for older adults. However, storing raw potatoes in the refrigerator is a serious mistake that any unknowing person makes. At low temperatures, the starch in potatoes converts into sugar more rapidly than normal. When these sugar-rich potatoes are later baked or fried, they react with amino acids to form acrylamide, a chemical compound flagged by the World Health Organization, WHO, and the European Food Safety Agency, EFSA, as a potential cancer risk. Refrigerated potatoes also tend to develop a mushy texture, an oddly sweet flavor, and dark patches caused by oxidation, all of which reduce their quality and nutritional value. The correct way to store potatoes is in a dry, dark, well-ventilated place, ideally at temperatures between 7-10 degrees Celsius, 44 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid direct sunlight, as it can cause sprouting and increase levels of solanine, a natural toxin. A small change in storage habits can significantly reduce potential risks to your heart, liver, and nervous system. So start today. Take your potatoes out of the fridge and store them. Bread. The more you refrigerate it, the faster it loses quality and becomes a hidden danger. Bread is a familiar breakfast staple for many older adults. It's quick, easy to digest, and comforting. But storing bread in the refrigerator to keep it fresh longer is a habit that can do more harm than you might think. In a cold environment, bread undergoes a process called starch retrogradation, where starch molecules recrystallize, causing the bread to become hard, dry, and lose its natural softness and flavor much faster. Even worse, refrigerated bread is more prone to mold growth when taken out and exposed to humidity, especially dangerous for older adults with weakened immune systems. Consuming moldy bread can lead to exposure to mycotoxins, toxic substances that can damage the liver, kidneys, and immune system. The solution? Bread should be stored in a sealed bag or container with a lid. If you want to keep it longer, pre-slice it and freeze it. Freezing better preserves texture and helps prevent mold, far more effectively than refrigeration. This small change in storage can keep your daily loaf safe, flavorful, and nourishing without becoming a silent threat to your health. Onions. Heart-healthy, but harmful. If stored the wrong way, onions are rich in quercetin, a powerful antioxidant known to support heart health and help regulate blood pressure. However, many people, especially seniors with sensitive digestion and weakened immunity, unintentionally eliminate these benefits by storing onions in the refrigerator. Why? The cold, humid conditions inside the fridge cause onions to absorb moisture easily, leading to a mushy texture, mold growth, and even bacterial contamination, particularly if the onion has been cut and left uncovered. Additionally, onions release strong sulfur compounds that can taint nearby foods, altering their flavor and reducing overall food quality. Worse still, pre-cut onions stored too long in the fridge can become a breeding ground for bacteria that may trigger digestive issues, a serious concern for older adults. Proper storage. Whole onions should be kept in a dry, well-ventilated, dark place, away from direct sunlight. If already cut, wrap them tightly in plastic wrap and consume within 1 to 2 days. Properly storing onions helps preserve their valuable nutrients while supporting your gut health, a simple yet powerful step for overall well-being. Tomatoes. A silent killer when you refrigerate them. Tomatoes are an excellent source of lycopene, vitamin C, and powerful antioxidants, all essential for heart health and a strong immune system, especially in older adults. However, refrigerating tomatoes is a common but dangerous mistake. Cold temperatures below 10 degrees Celsius (50 degrees F) disrupt the enzymes responsible for natural ripening, halting the process and causing the tomatoes to become bland, mushy, and lacking in flavor. Even worse, vitamin C levels can drop by up to 50% when tomatoes are stored improperly, drastically reducing their nutritional value. Over time, their surface often becomes wrinkled and dark, a sign of cellular breakdown and spoilage. Recommendation: store tomatoes at room temperature, in a cool, well-ventilated area away from direct sunlight. If they become overripe, cook them immediately or freeze them after blending to preserve nutrients. Don't let your refrigerator unknowingly ruin one of the most beneficial fruits for senior health. With a small change in storage, you can preserve flavor and nutrition. Garlic, a natural antibiotic, that can become a health hazard if stored incorrectly. Garlic has long been hailed as a natural antibiotic, thanks to its active compound allicin, which offers anti-inflammatory, antibacterial properties and supports blood pressure regulation and immune strength, crucial benefits for older adults. However, many people don't realize that storing garlic in the refrigerator may cause those precious benefits to disappear and pose serious health risks. The cold, humid environment inside a fridge triggers premature sprouting, a sign that allicin levels have significantly declined. Sprouted garlic has a harsh smell, bitter taste, and diminished nutritional value. Even more alarming, chopped garlic stored in oil and kept cold can create a perfect breeding ground for Clostridium botulinum, the bacteria responsible for botulism, but a potentially life-threatening illness that can cause muscle paralysis or even death if left untreated. Safe solution: store whole, unpeeled garlic bulbs in a cool, dry, dark place with good ventilation. If you've already chopped the garlic, use it immediately or mix it with vinegar or lemon juice to inhibit bacterial growth. Garlic can be a powerful ally for your health, but only when stored correctly. Coffee. Don't let the fridge steal the flavor and benefits of your morning cup. For many older adults, a morning cup of coffee is more than just a habit. It's a moment of clarity, relaxation, and a gentle start to the day. But if you store coffee in the refrigerator, you could unknowingly strip away both its flavor and health benefits. Coffee is highly hygroscopic, meaning it readily absorbs moisture and odors. Inside the refrigerator, an environment that's both humid and full of food aromas, coffee quickly soaks up moisture and foreign smells, stripping away its signature aroma and taste. Even worse, excessive moisture can lead to clumping and the growth of mold, which may negatively affect the liver and digestive system if consumed over time. The proper solution: store coffee in an opaque, airtight container placed in a cool, dry, well-ventilated area, away from direct sunlight and high temperatures. Just one small change can help preserve the rich flavor and the heart and brain-supporting benefits of coffee, especially valuable after the age of 60. Honey, from superfood to fermented mixture. If refrigerated raw honey is one of the few foods that can last indefinitely, if stored properly. But unfortunately, many people, especially older adults, make the mistake of keeping honey in the refrigerator. Cold temperatures cause honey to crystallize quickly, turning it thick, clumpy, and hard to scoop, stripping away its naturally smooth texture. More alarmingly, crystallization can create small air pockets, allowing moisture and bacteria to enter. Over time, this can lead to fermentation, a sour smell, and even harmful microbial growth, especially if consumed over a prolonged period. Proper storage. Keep honey in a tightly sealed glass jar, in a dry, cool place away from direct sunlight. There's no need to refrigerate it. A spoonful of honey can boost your immunity, but only if stored correctly. Don't let your fridge ruin this liquid gold from nature. Olive oil, liquid gold for the heart, can become an inflammatory toxin if refrigerated. Extra virgin olive oil has long been regarded as liquid gold for cardiovascular health, especially in older adults, thanks to its rich antioxidant content and heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. But if you store this bottle in the refrigerator, you could unknowingly strip away its flavor and health benefits. In a cold environment, olive oil becomes cloudy and solidified, which may seem harmless. However, the real danger lies in repeated temperature fluctuations. Each time you take the bottle in and out of the fridge, the oil is subjected to oxidative stress. This accelerates oxidation, forming free radicals, which can increase silent inflammation in the body, negatively affecting the heart, joints, and digestive system. Proper storage tip. Keep olive oil in a cool, dry place, away from light and heat. A high-quality oil only retains its full value when used and stored correctly. Don't let one small habit turn olive oil against your health. Bananas, a soft, healthy fruit that turns harmful. If refrigerated, bananas are an ideal fruit for older adults, soft, easy to digest, rich in potassium, and supportive of healthy blood pressure. But placing bananas in the refrigerator, especially when they're still unripe, is a common yet risky mistake. Cold temperatures suppress the natural ripening enzymes, preventing bananas from maturing properly. The result? They turn mushy, flavorless, and lose their signature aroma. The peel quickly turns black, a clear sign of cold damage. Even worse, when overripe bananas are exposed to moisture in the fridge, they can easily develop mold and release ethylene gas, which may spoil nearby foods faster. Safe solution. Store bananas in a cool, ventilated area. Hang them or place them in a breathable basket. If they become too ripe, peel and freeze them for later use in smoothies or baking. Bananas offer wonderful health benefits, but only when stored properly. Don't let the refrigerator rob them, and you, of their true value. You've just uncovered 10 everyday foods that should never be stored in the refrigerator. From potatoes, tomatoes, and garlic, to honey and olive oil, these can pose hidden risks if not stored properly. For seniors, whose immune systems are more vulnerable, even a small mistake in food storage can lead to inflammation, digestive issues, or even trigger serious chronic conditions. The solution isn't complicated. By simply understanding the nature of each food and adjusting how you store it, you can drastically reduce health risks right in your kitchen. If you found this video helpful, share it with your loved ones, especially your parents or grandparents. And don't forget to subscribe to stay informed with expert-backed health guidance and early warnings that matter. Lasting health in later life doesn't begin with medicine. It starts with your fridge and how you place each item inside.